So I'm going to show you in this video something that I focused on and something that I did that turned around my music and made me actually enjoy my music and love it much more. And I'm going to share it with you in this video, so make sure to watch until the end. So here's the thing. The key is make sure that you focus on what you're working on until you are happy. So let's say, for instance, if you're working on, let's say you're working on your drums. Like let's make some drums here. So I'm using stock sounds here. So what most producers do is that, or what I also used to do, I used to move on to the next thing and keep piling up and piling up and piling up sounds before I even am happy with the sounds that I'm actually dropping in. So you can hear these sounds are really corny. They don't even sound all that good, but the idea is coming together. But here's the thing, what really changed my music from sounding bad to sounding really good is that I used to really focus in on the simple sounds before I do too much into the beat. I add too much into the beat. I focused in on the few things that I was working on. Like this kick, for instance. This kick is kind of okay, but it's not really sounding good to my ear. It's not really at a place where I'm really happy with it. So I'm going to make sure that I change it. I'm going to tweak it up a little bit. So I can even change the key. I can drop it down. I can raise it. I can go here to the pre-computed effects. I can do that. I can even send it to a mixer track. I can take out some of the high frequencies, you know, until I'm happy with it. Then I can be like, okay, I can move on. Then I can move on to like the hat. And then the hat, I'm going to send it to a mixer track. I'm going to load in an EQ. I'm going to come here to filter. Then I'm going to EQ it. Make it much sharper. Take out a little bit of these mid frequencies there. I think I'm happy with that. Drop it down a little bit. If I want to add some reverb to this, I can add some reverb. So I'm going to go here to delay and reverb and add the reverb too. Make it bigger. That sounds much better. And then my clap. That clap is okay, but it can be better. And what I can do is I can come in here to this clap and I can select these and change my snap to none. And I can really zoom in on it like that. And I can shift it. I think it's good. And also with your claps, you can also change the key of which they're in. That sounds much better. Send it to a mixer track. And then I'm going to load some reverb on it as well. Play with the high cut and low cut and with the size. Do you see what I just did there? I just added a little bit more work to something that I would have overlooked and something that I would have like moved on to the next thing. And then, you know, I'm not really happy with it because I'm just trying to rush to get to this idea to making something really dope without really focusing. And now this drum loop is sounding really dope. And then next I can start moving on to adding other sounds, like, you know, throwing in maybe a flex and then really starting to build up this track. So I'm going to put in a pattern right there. And if I want, I can use chord stamps. I can use a minor ninth like that. And let me put my snap back. Go back. Do that. And I can extend these. And I can delete these. I like playing around with the cutoff for this sound, and I'm going to actually create an automation clip, and I'm going to have the sound become brighter on the second part here. So it's going to start off really dark, and it's going to get brighter over here like that. And maybe I can actually add another one right there. Maybe bring this back. That's simple. So I'm focusing in and giving a little bit more extra time than I would normally do to my music. And this is what changed everything for me when I made music, because I felt like I was rushing too much. And it's already coming together and sounding really good, because most of the time we want to rush. And then next I can now go back into the synths again, and I can maybe throw on maybe a log drum, but log drum is kind of overused, so maybe I can delete that. If I don't want that, I can go back in here and maybe pick a GMS, and in basses here I can look for something that I can use for a bass. I think a bass like that would be nice. So that's right there on D. So I'm just gonna put those there. And make this last note longer. And before I move on to the next sound, I must make sure that I'm perfectly happy and I can do much more with this bass sound. A little bit of a slide. I like where the cutoff is right now. Now we can move on to a little bit of some melody, and I can jump into Synth Classic, and I'm only using like stock plugins here, people, so make sure to follow along. And I'm gonna come in here and maybe go into guitar and see what I can find in here. Okay, that's too long. I need to shorten that. I can add some chorus effects. Add more of that delay. And I can actually clone the same sound if I want to like use the same plugin instead of having to go back into the menus and load, you know, the same sound again. And maybe I can go into the mobile synth plug sounds. They're actually pretty good. Big shout out to everybody that uses like the mobile, FL Studio Mobile. I like that. Yo. Yo, that sounds sick. Throw on some effects. To make the preset nice and special. So that's it. That's the cook up. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, that you need to focus in on these sounds so that you don't lose interest. Really focus in on your sound and really work them until you are happy before you move on to the next. Don't just rush into throwing like a lot of plugins and a lot of sounds, hoping that your beat will sound nice just by throwing these sounds and layering and doing all this stuff and doing all these big moves before you actually like what you are doing in the moment. So add a little bit more effort. I'm pretty sure you won't lose interest and you won't get annoyed by your beat or your track as you're making it. This is what helped me, and I hope it can really help you. As a bonus for watching this video and getting to this end, I'm gonna make sure that you get this FLP for free, and then you can study it or remix it or do whatever you want to do with it. So make sure to check the link down below and download this free FLP and take it from here. I've started the beat. If you have any ideas that you want to add to this, make sure to add this. Also follow me on my social media. If you want to tag me to any latest release that you have, you can also tag me there. And also check out these videos that are here on your screen if you want to watch more from my tutorials. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy them because you definitely enjoyed this one. I'll check you in my next video. I'm X and I'm out. Peace.